I am very happy to know that Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is celebrating its Platinum Jubilee. Dr. K.M. Munshi, Kulpati of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, founded Vidya Bhavan with a vision of value-based education in India. The very concept of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan and its philosophy that was pursued through the Kulpati was that India should remain associated and linked with its ethical and moral values which are enshrined in our Vedic tradition. And he also provided modern education along with spiritual base. So this was a unique thinking which was his own. Dr. Munshi is the guide and philosopher as the Kulpati of Vidya Bhavan. I had the unique distinction to know Dr. K.M. Munshi when he briefly practiced law and assisted him in one or two matters. So this has been a great institution, and I am so happy today that I am still associated with Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan on completing the 75th year. I'm also happy to know that you are celebrating the 125th anniversary of the birth of Dr. K.M. Munshi, the founder of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. I think Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan has played a very important role in communicating to the society the importance of inclusive prosperity. That is where the effort of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan in starting schools in slums, in providing opportunities to the bottom of the pyramid, in accessing high quality education becomes extremely important. I think this is a message that has to be absorbed by every one of the other institutions, and I'm so happy that Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan has been a leader. I am so happy that Infosys Foundation and Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan have had a very successful, very impactful and very enduring relationship over the last 15 years or so. We have participated in activities that enhance the exposure to the cultural aspects of India, particularly the rural folk dances, music, etc. We also participated in the construction of buildings. We have participated in various cultural programs of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. And therefore, I believe that it is an extremely important initiative for Infosys Foundation to continue to work with Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan to bring succour to the bottom of the pyramid, as well as to bring the rural folks and the urban folks together by a cultural canvas that binds us together.
Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is one institution which has reached the elite as well as the rural poor. They have undertaken so many service activities from the last 75 years, and has also brought the ancient Vedic wisdom all over the globe. And Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan's publications are most reputed and intellectually stimulating and emotionally enriching programs. We have all grown as children, we have all heard about Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan quite a lot. Every English speaking child in this country at some time or other should read the journals of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, because that gives you an idea of how rich our culture, our cultural heritage, free from dogmas, free from superstitions, but really appreciating the noble thoughts and the depth of our culture and the scientific appraisal of it. And Dr. K.M. Munshi, who has been the founder of this institution, had that great vision, no? Inspired by Rigveda, Anu Badhra Kritavoyantu Vishwatomuku. Let knowledge come to us from every side. If our youth in this world follow these principles, this world will be free from extremism, fundamentalism and terrorism. A broad outlook towards life, towards the universe, commitment towards our planet and devotion to God, all can come together and make life a celebration. And I congratulate Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, who has kept the light alive which Dr. K. Munshi has lit 75 years ago. And also it's happened to be his 125th birth anniversary, and it's befitting to take many service projects that you have already planned. Once again, congratulate you all, and may your mission grow and benefit the youth of this country and the world. Thank you.
To speak of the achievements of this great institution, the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, which is entering its 75th year of its glorious service. Important event was in 1938 when Dr. K. Munshi gave flesh and blood to the idea that there must be an institutional promotion of the great culture of India, its architecture, its art, music, and its literature, particularly the legacy of Sanskrit. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is the most shining example of this Indian cultural and spiritual renaissance, and the achievements of this great institution are there for all to see. It has grown from strength to strength, and this year they are entering the 75th year with a glory of its own.
ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶ अपना भारत देश में भारतीय विद्या का विकास करने के लिए के मुंशी ने भारतीय भवन स्थापन किया। पहले मुंबई में स्थापन किया, बाद में क्रमशः अनेक प्रकार का अनेक ग्राम नगर क्षेत्रों में प्रचार प्रसार करने के लिए और कई पुस्तकों का आविष्करण करने के लिए, पब्लिकेशन करने के लिए काम हो रहा है। अपना विद्या का संरक्षण के लिए, भारतीय विद्या का संरक्षण के लिए अनेक प्रकार का काम हो रहा है। मद्रास में भी बड़ा स्थान है। इस प्रकार अनेक कार्यक्रम बनाने के लिए भारतीय विद्या भवन का काम चल रहा है। आगे आगे शताब्दी उत्सव सब ऐसे अनेक शताब्दी कार्यक्रम चलाने के लिए भारतीय विद्या भवन विशेष रूप में विराजमान होने के लिए अपना आशीर्वाद है।
It's my good fortune that I am being able to speak about an institution which is perhaps one of its kind in the whole of the world. I am referring to Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, which was founded by our beloved K. Munshi ji. And this happens to be the platinum year of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. My congratulations, at the same time prayer to the Almighty that it goes on doing this kind of human service to all mankind for years and years and years to come. I don't know what to say about Munshi ji. He was a great man. his brainchild, this Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, has proved it beyond all doubts that anything that is done in good spirits and for the mankind will definitely bear fruit, and it has borne fruit.
Namaskaram. Beautiful association with Bharatiya Vidya Bhavans and its great founder, Kulapati K.M. Munshi ji and Srimati Leelavati ji. And Kulapati ji being such a learned person, it was a delight to hear him and talk to him. And that was the time when Kulapati ji asked me to perform for the Bhavans. And I happily agreed. And soon I started performing for Bhavans in various parts of India, various cities in India and abroad. And whenever Kulapati ji wanted me to perform anywhere, I was always ready to do and to give my best for Bhavans. And the lofty ideals and the lofty thoughts which Kulapati ji had, and to spread the art and culture of our great country. So in whatever little way I could contribute to Bhavans, I did it to the best of my ability and with a lot of love and affection and high regard for Kulapati ji and Leelavati ji.
K.M. Munshi is now 125 years and Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is 75 years. I feel all along that Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is a part of our national ethos. Munshi as the not only the person who dreamt about it and translated into a reality. Immensely proud that we had people like Munshi who could conceive such an idea which is going on and spreading all over the world. It is our fortune that Munshi was there with all his intelligence and with his exceptional ability to guide Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. He started first as a pleader, then he became advocate in Bombay High Court. But in those days when I was 25-30, if anyone had a complicated case, they always were recommended, go to Munshi, he will help you and he will clear you. 1947 came. Munshi was not only a member of the Central Constituent Assembly, but he was a member of the high-powered executive committee of the legal executive committee of the Constituent Assembly. Such were the legal luminaries that today our constitution is still going on strong. We have to be grateful to Dr. K.M. Munshi, and I feel very happy that Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan should think of it to combine this platinum the anniversary of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. Whichever post or whichever place Munshi occupied, he did honor to that, he added to the luster of it, and he added to the depth of it, that those institutions are going on till today. And I wish you good luck.
For me, I am now 80 years old. I began to read seriously long ago, almost a few years after Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan started. It is 75, I am 80, but I must have begun to know Vidya Bhavan when I was in my 30s. If I have had an education in Indian culture, a large part of it is from Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan books. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, after it started with a man like Munshi, who was himself a strange figure in Indian politics. I remember him for one reason, miss a meal a day. he started saying, miss a meal a day, because there was shortage of food. Munshi's whole venture was that we should learn from the past whatever is good, whatever is valuable, whatever is sustained. Because one of the things that colonization did for us was to make us forget our past. And personally, I am very happy with Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. It has a vast kind of an existence. And I am sure that this is one such institution, and it should live.
Kulapati was what he was to all of us. Versatile, multifaceted, a man of many ideas, courage, a philosopher, all rolled in one, is what Kanhaiyalal Menaklal Munshi was. Fondly remembered as the founder of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, an expression of true nationalism, patriotism and national pride in all that was Bharatiya. This was the man. Served with great aplomb many a position, from being a member of the Bombay Legislative Council to being the Food and Agriculture Minister, a governor and Vice President of the Swatantra Party, standing for free enterprise. Kulapati ji was also reckoned as one of the luminaries of Gujarati literature, an outstanding novelist. A firm believer in national integration, ethical and spiritual values was what he stood for. Yesterday, today and tomorrow in his thought were intertwined and can never be read independently. The best tribute that one can pay to the memory of Dr. Munshi is to consolidate and expand the activities of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan and everything that is Bharatiya. Thank you.
During the pre-independence time, we needed an institution and an organization to spread Hinduism, Hindu philosophy and also Hindu spiritualism to the world. At the moment, we had a great soul, Dr. Munshi ji, who came forward to establish an organization called Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, and as rightly named, it was a Vidya Bhavan and not an organization to spread any particular cult or ism. It was very interesting to note that Dr. Munshi ji had deep understanding and knowledge of Hinduism and also of all other religions of the world. The book which was published since then speaks volume even today. I am a regular reader of Bhavan's journal for many years because you find religion and the national spirit. Every month, even today, I wonder and I always am surprised to see great men writing about their views on from different angles on different issues, and I am very happy that the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan in India, branches in India and abroad, are maintaining the national interest more than any religion or any cult. So I salute Dr. K. Munshi ji for bringing out this new concept of Indian philosophy and Indian spiritualism and Indian knowledge. It is his 125th year celebration along with 75th year celebration of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. I congratulate all those who are involved in this program, in this service to the country through this great institution Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, and I pray Sri Manjunath Swami to bless this organization for hundreds of years to come and maintain the same spirit and culture and all other interests that have maintained for all these years.
It is a great coincidence that the Platinum Jubilee of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan coincides 125th birthday of Kulapati K. Munshi in this year 2012. I am very proud to associate with this organization. Perhaps I think there are institutions sometimes started by great personalities. But if there is one institution in this country which has a spread maybe more than 315 centers in the country, more than 10-15 centers the world over, it is gigantic. So I must congratulate and commend the great services of the successors of this Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan from 1938 till today for having held the torch of cultural heritage of this country through this Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. I congratulate all of them, and I wish that the Platinum Jubilee, we should give a strong message to the nation that this Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan will live not for 100 years, maybe thousands of years, and it should live in the hearts of every Bharatiya.
Well, I'm very happy to join all those who are celebrating the Platinum Jubilee of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, this great treasure, national treasure for every Indian. And I had the great privilege of knowing Kulapati Munshi ji quite well, so I cherish those memories of this very witty person, this person who loved India, this lawyer, brilliant lawyer, this great scholar, this great novel writer, the great constitutionalist, one of the leaders of independent India and one of the great fighters of the independence of India. Dr. Munshi's numerous accomplishments are overshadowed by this creation of the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. What an amazing permanent legacy he has left for all of us. This engine of Indian culture, this constantly moving engine, this dynamo, it is renewing itself, it's enriching year by year. And I think even Dr. Munshi, who had this great vision, may be pleasantly surprised at the dimension of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan today. And so all those who worked with him, all those who now work at Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, have every reason to feel proud, to feel thankful that the Almighty has blessed this venture and used this venture. Culture, national culture is such a delicate thing, it's such a precious thing. It's not easy to maintain it, to enrich it. But some wonderful servants of the spirit of India have nurtured, have tended this precious thing called Bharatiya culture, Bharatiya Vidya, and have enabled millions and millions of Indians, old Indians, young Indians, future generations to be aware of this, but also to add to it, to make it even more valuable for humanity. And of course, in other parts of the world, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan centers are a home away from home for Indian culture, and are producing some wonderful interactions with the rest of the world. I've had the chance to witness this. And I also, of course, want to salute all those who are today carrying this work forward in India. And I especially want to acknowledge and recognize the open windows that the house of Bharatiya Vidya has. This is a wonderfully rich house, but the windows are open and fresh breezes come in, fresh ideas come in. And the Bharatiya culture is not a culture of one state of India, one language of India, one religion of India. It is something universal. Which of course is the truest meaning of Indian culture. So I just am very glad to be associated with and to have the chance to recognize this amazing asset, treasure that India possesses today.
Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. Vidya was defined as Ya Vidya Sa Vimuchyate. That which liberates is education. And with such a wonderful, I would say, holistic approach to education, Kulapati ji gave a name to this wonderful institution, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. And it has been sincerely doing the best service in the field of education and culture, and hence it deserves that name, Bharatiya Vidya. You look at the schools, the character of the children who come out of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is something very different from other children. If you compare them, you can easily say, oh, this child is a product of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. Bhavan has an enormous number of publications, and quite, you look at the list, it is psychedelic. And one of the most important, significant publication is that which is relating to Kanchi Paramacharya, the centenarian sage of the 20th century, who lived for 100 years, and he walked amongst us like divinity in flesh and blood. And a person who was so self-effacive that he wouldn't easily allow even photographs to be taken. And Ramakrishna ji of Bhavan managed to go and convince Paramacharya to give an article for Bhavan's journal, and it is only Bhavan's journal that published Paramacharya's article, reminiscence of the day he took sannyas, when he was just 13 years old. So it is a historic, I would say, historic article. And later Bhavan has also published, had also published aspects of our religion of Paramacharya, which is just about 30-40 pages, and it is the quintessence of Hinduism and all that is Bharatiya. I am particularly proud to say that my father, film director K. Subramaniam, who was a Gandhian and a freedom fighter, was a good personal friend of Kulapati ji. And I had the privilege of dancing before Kulapati ji way back in early 60s in the Bombay Kendra. And at the wish of Kulapati ji, I gave one of the first lecture demonstrations ever on the subject of Karanas in Indian dance and sculpture at Bhavan's auditorium in Mumbai in the presence of Kulapati ji. And again, I had the privilege of presenting my Meenakshi Kalyanam. I was hardly 17 when I choreographed this full-length dance drama. Bhavan and I have grown together, and I have a psychic relationship with Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. The achievement is that even several decades after the founder's demise, the Bhavan has grown, it is still growing, and it will grow. We will all celebrate the centenary 25 years later. Namaste.